Alright guys, we continue our project. So in the previous video we create our server. Okay, we create the models, create the schema. We of course connect with the mongoose to our database, MongoDB Atlas. Okay, we create the database, which name MERN blog. We connect with a username, password. Okay, and before we move on, guys, we need to fix something because I have the typos. So here's supposed to be articles. When I specify the model articles, here's supposed to be articles too, and we export the articles. So let's save. And one more thing, in here in a get router, we trying to catch the error in here. So here's a typo, here's a mistake without the rest, just .json. All right, so in this video we're gonna add new article. We're gonna create the router to add new article, then we're gonna create router to request to find by ID article, and then of course we want to update article by ID, which we're gonna create as well, and the last we're gonna create the request for delete the article by ID. All right, so let's start here. So let me comment in here. It's gonna request get all articles. All right, so the next we're gonna build, it's gonna be request to add a new article. All right, so let's build it. Router dot post, because we're gonna post to database new article with the route add /add. I'm gonna use arrow function for request response, and now we're gonna create the variable const, and we're gonna call it new article, and we're gonna put in here the new article schema. Let's add title, and we're gonna say the request with the body that title. We're gonna use our schema. Our schema contains the title. Remember, where's the model title, article, author name. So here's we're gonna use for the request with the JSON to place in our MongoDB. All right, so article request body article and author name body author name. All right, so now we need to save to MongoDB. We're gonna say new article dot save, and then promise the arrow function. We want a response with the JSON format, which is gonna tell us the new article added, or let's do posted successfully, exclamation mark. All right, and let's structure a little bit right here and right here, and we wanna catch the error if exists. Catch error function response status 400 and JSON template literals error and error. All right, let's save. So it's supposed to work now. So let's check. Let's go to Postman. So let's delete this guy. So to post, we need to change the request to post, and here we need to add the route at, because you remember we specified here the at. After articles, it's gonna be add. All right, let's try it. So if everything good, no error supposed to be sent, and we get error. The path title is required. Article, and now let's create the new article. Of course, with the title, I'm gonna say this is a new article. And next article body, and this is a new article. Enjoy it, whatever. Okay, and the author name. Let's field author name. I'm gonna say Nikulin. All right, whatever. So now let's post. So the new article posts successfully. All right, good. So far so good. So let's build the next. I'm gonna create request, find article by ID. All right, and okay, after it, let's specify everything. So request, we're gonna find article by ID and update. All right, and last one, request, find article by ID and delete. All right, now let's find the article by ID and router, and we're gonna use the get, and we're gonna add the router with the parameter ID. I'll explain you guys in a little bit. Request, response, and we're gonna say articles that find by ID, and then we're gonna request params ID. Okay, so you guys can put here any name you like, because it's a string. You can put name. It doesn't matter what say in here. It's matter what say in here, because we're gonna request by parameters, params by ID. We're gonna look by ID, and then we're gonna just display, our article. So the logically, of course, ID, because we're looking by ID, looking for the ID to display our articles. All right, so and the promise, then it's gonna be article arrow function, and we wanna response in the JSON format, and we wanna display article. in the JSON format. All right, and then let's catch if any error. Catch error response status 400 and JSON format template literals the string error with the error. All right, let's save. So let's check if we can get our, okay, let's set some typo in here. What's in here? Okay, so let's check, guys. Let's go. And here we're gonna find by ID. So we're gonna use a get response. First of all, let's display all our articles. All right, so we're gonna get all the articles URL, and okay, we got 2 articles. Let's say we want to find our Boris, only Boris. Let's copy the ID, because you remember, guys, we put the parameters, we're gonna find by ID. All right, and in here we're gonna just put the ID and we're gonna send request and we'll find the Boris. All right, good. Let's move on. So next, what we're gonna create, find article by ID and update. Okay, so router, we're gonna use put, and the route we're gonna use update, and then we're gonna put the parameter ID, because we're gonna gonna look by ID, gonna search, and then we're gonna just update the article. Okay, request response so the articles that find by ID and request params dot ID, and then the promise. Then in here we're gonna use the arrow function. We're gonna put the parameter article, and we're gonna receive from the database our schema with the title, article, and author name. So we're gonna say article dot title equal request dot body dot title, and next article dot article equal request dot body dot article, here the semicolon, and last article dot author name equal request dot body dot author name. So we're gonna find it, and we need to update. And update, we're gonna article that, let's do it here, dot save, and then we want the promise, then, and which gonna tell us response in a JSON format, the article is updated and successfully. All right, and let's catch some error if gonna be like usual error response status 400 and JSON format error. Okay, and let's catch in here too, because we catch if something happened inside the promise, so we want to see what's happened, and with this catch we're gonna look if happened with the schema, I mean to find by ID. All right, let's save. So it's supposed to work. Let's go back to Postman and we're gonna look in by ID. Let's add in here the update route, the URL, the parameter by ID. So you remember, guys? Okay, let's see again. So we put the update URL, I mean the route, and we specify looking by ID. So in here we're supposed to add same thing after articles, update and ID, and we're gonna use the put, and this is the ID of the bodies. So let's check if we can change the bodies. So we're gonna, oops, not in here. Okay, okay, let's do, this is new article. Let's do 1 2 3 1 2 3, and here is the bodies with the capital. All right, so supposed to work, I hope. Not any error, and error, article is not defined. Let's see what's article. Article. Okay, this is typo. Article. All right, let's save. Let's go back. Let's try again. And article is updated successfully. All right, almost done, guys. And the last route, last request, we wanna delete. All right, it's kind of easy and short. It's similar to find by ID, but we're gonna delete by ID. So router and that get no, we're gonna delete. Okay, and we're gonna put the parameter ID request and response, and here articles that find by ID and delete, and we're gonna use request that params and ID. All right, we're gonna look in our schema in database. We're gonna find by ID, and we want to delete, and we want the promise, and promise arrow function and response with the JSON, and the article is my machine is slowed down, and always the OBS, it's hit up my laptop. I don't know. Okay, the article is deleted. All right, and let's catch if any error. Let me copy this. Okay, we're gonna put them here to save our time. Let's save and let's check, guys. So let's delete the bodies. Actually, let's first of all get all our articles. Let's send. So okay, you can see the bodies updated, and let's delete the bodies. We're gonna get his ID. Now we're gonna copy, and we're gonna put in here. We're gonna use the delete request, and we're gonna send, and the article is deleted. All right, if we try to get the articles, we can see the borders disappeared from this world. Alright guys, so we're finished for this video, and I think we're done for our backend. So in the next videos we're gonna start the hardest part. It's a front end. We're gonna use the React for UI, and we're gonna use the React hooks to manipulate the state, to change the state. We're gonna use the Axios to get requests from the Mongo database. Alright, so if you guys new to this channel, you're not subscribed yet, so please subscribe so not miss the next projects and next video for this project. And guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button. And alright guys, see you in the next video. Bye.